Hi, welcome to another episode. In today's episode, I will explain how you can start a small business selling steel doors. I will not talk today about how to become a dealer, as it is a very big project and that requires a separate episode. Today I will show you the 3 easiest business models that allow you to start working with steel doors. These 3 businesses are relatively very easy to enter. They don't have big barriers to enter, so I think they're good for beginners. There are 3 most popular and most common business models in selling steel doors. Those are manufacturing, reselling, and e-commerce. This is a very basic and simplistic distinction. This is the most basic distinction into those 3 models. And as having a dealership business requires some background and resources, becoming a dealer is something that I want to discuss more thoroughly in a separate episode. The business models for small steel door selling ventures are hidden in between reseller and the end customer. They can be very profitable, having relatively little barriers to entry, and they are the best way to become a dealer later in the future. Those business models that I'm going to discuss today are construction companies, installers, and sub-resellers. To choose the best model for you, there are a few questions you have to ask yourself. What is your client base? What is your expected turnover? And what resources do you have at the moment? I will characterize in more detail each of these 3 models. Remember that this is just a simple opinion squeezed into a 5-minute video, and such decisions require further research and consideration. The first business model, construction company. If you have a construction or a fit-out company and you do complex fit-outs, it is good to consider it either becoming a sub-reseller or a reseller model. Sub-reseller model is best because the reseller takes all the effort to order and import the doors direct to your construction site. It is possible and you can go and order directly from the manufacturer, but you have to remember that working with a factory takes time and effort. It's best to have a dedicated person on board for handling ordering from manufacturers, as this process can be lengthy and take a lot of effort. If you have a recurring needs for steel doors, for example 1 or 2 door projects a month, you can consider becoming a reseller yourself. It's important to note that to become a reseller you have to have your own warehouse, showroom, and some other resources that are needed to efficiently sell steel doors. It is important to remember that if you are a party that does the sale to the end customer, you are also responsible for the after sales. Summing up this business model, how can you make money out of this? The first thing is reselling, the second are commissions, and the last is installation fees. The key 3 things that you need to start selling steel doors as a construction company are good reseller in your area, working with a good manufacturer, client base built on your construction projects, and trained workers to measure and install steel doors on site. Now moving to sub-reseller or an agent. If you are just starting, you have a side business or you just start running a small business selling steel doors, it's best to partner up with a local reseller of steel doors. The reseller will take a lot of stress and a lot of effort from you that is related to ordering and importing steel doors in large batches, and also will allow for some margins for you. Being a dealer takes a lot of costs such as sales staff, logistic, claims, warehouse, etc. So it takes a lot of orders to earn good money. You have to build a large turnover to cover up all those costs. Once you learn more about this and your business grows to 3, 4 and more orders a month, then you can consider becoming a dealer yourself. This model has the lowest barrier to entry. It requires very little resources. You can earn money through commission paid by reseller, or you can sell directly to your end customer, remembering that if you are the end seller to the customer, you take care of the after sales. In general, it is less common for sub-sellers to sell directly to customers if you don't do the installations. How can you make money as a sub-reseller? You make money through reselling or commissions. The 3 key things you need to become one is basic online marketing, good reseller in your area working with a good manufacturer, product and survey training. Moving on to the last model, installer. If you are an installer, you have a crew, you are very lucky, because you can work for both resellers, sub-resellers, and sometimes manufacturers. Working as an installer, you earn money from installations and services you provide for both end users or resellers. Once you build your own contacts and client base, you can consider becoming a sub-reseller or maybe a dealer. Working as an installer, you can benefit from learning a lot about the product from live experience working on installation. How do you make money in this model? First thing is reselling, then are installation fees, then there are commissions, and there are after-sales services. From all the three business models, this one has the most revenue streams. The three key things you need to start to become an installer: finding a good reseller who will order installations from you, so you will do installations for the reseller who will give you margins or commissions on your clients, so if you bring your own clients to the reseller, he shares the profits with you. And the third thing is building your own client base, which is essential if you want to develop and become a reseller / installer. Thanks for watching. I hope this video will be helpful in choosing your own business model for starting a small steel door selling business. If you want to talk or have any questions, please feel free to message me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile is the fastest way to contact me directly. The link to my LinkedIn profile is in the description of this video. As always, be sure to follow us here, as algorithms like followers, and it helps us grow this channel significantly. I hope to see you next time. Until then, goodbye.